Today I was shocked to learn that Mark Zuckerberg has actually picked up a really awesome and interesting hobby that I was never expecting. Mark Zuckerberg has picked up the art of making katanas, of forging katanas, which is pretty awesome. And before you say anything, I'm not a Mark Zuckerberg fan, okay? I'm not here to praise him, okay? This video is mainly going to be a lot of commentary and goofs because I have so many jokes. So many jokes to make about this whole situation. But for those of you who actually haven't seen the post that I'm talking about, let's just jump into it. So I was on Instagram earlier, not on his page, but I had to go back to his page to show you the post. And before I show you the Katana post, I have to just, point out this. Zuck is resembling a famous internet seal. But that's okay, okay? He's human.
Allegedly.
Humans aren't always the most flattering of creatures, right? I mean, I don't have this issue for obvious reasons, but yeah. So the post that I'm talking about is this one. Really special afternoon learning about making katanas with Master Akihira Kokaji. Thank you for sharing your craft with us. But yeah, when one of the Zuck's posts comes across your feed on Instagram, you kind of just have to look at it because he's a billionaire, okay? He's probably done something interesting or something you can make fun of him for. In this case, it was both. So yeah, in the first picture, it's got a picture of him next to the master. And I hope he's a master because Zuckerberg he's a billionaire. When you're a billionaire, I assume that you're I want to learn how to make a katana, but not from any ordinary katana smith. No, not the ones that just the plebeians can go to and say, teach me to make a katana. No. I have to be taught how to make a katana by Master Ozai, who has been retired for 20 years, and that's the only way I'm going to learn something, right? Basically what I'm saying is that I hope he got the best experience that he possibly could because he's, a billionaire, a private lesson. He shouldn't be stingy either. He should be paying well. I'm imagining a scenario where he went up to this guy or this guy's receptionist and was like, how much for a class to learn how to make a katana? And they were like, normally $10,000, but for you, Zuckerberg-san, $5 million. And I'm sorry, okay, I'm trying to do my old samurai voice, but it's rusty, okay, because I'm not an old Japanese man. I'm just trying to give some character to this video, so leave a like, okay? But that's actually a really good question. How much does this cost? If I wanted to go to Japan and I were to learn how to make a katana from a master, how much would it cost me? Would they even let me? Is it you have to be of some high status for the grandmaster to be okay, I want to teach you, right? This master can now go to the other swordsmithing masters and be like, guess who I just taught? Mark Zuckerberg. You probably never even taught a millionaire, Master Yoshi. Okay, I think we've about exhausted this joke. Next joke. And also, I'm who are these people commenting on Zuck's post? And they do it in the most clout-chasey way. They're like, please, notice me, senpai. Notice me, Mark-san. Zuck, we need you in the ring, bro. That's not the point. The next slide is basically a video of him hammering his katana. Let's watch it. Honestly, I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified to be on the floor when up there is Mark Zuckerberg with a hammer that he's probably never used before, swinging right near my hands. Right? That would be terrifying. Can you imagine? But also, if he did hit you, you got harmed by Mark Zuckerberg, you could, make a payday in a lawsuit or, maybe he'd just feel really bad in the case that he wasn't already being paid really well for this personalized class. But yeah, I just think it's really cool. I think it's really cool to see how a katana is made. And the master's form, the way he swung that hammer, that just looked really professional, okay? Mark looks a bit goofy when he's swinging the hammer, but Master Akihira, amazing. Now the next slide, I assume, is the blade that Mark made. So it actually looks pretty nice. It's very shiny. It's on red. I think it's sharp. And it looks like it has some katakana, kanji. I don't speak Japanese or know that much about Japanese dialects, but it probably, says Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. Honestly, it probably just says Mark. And that's just my best understanding of katakana. I probably butchered that. Please don't try to cancel me, okay? I do this with love. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Jesus. But yeah, that's a pretty cool blade. I wonder if Elon's now going to be like, I need to travel to Japan, pay a more expensive master katana forger to make a better sword so that I can then fight Zuck in the ring with the swords we made. Man, wouldn't that be epic? You have like a sword fight between Elon Musk and Zuckerberg, and they both pull out hand-forged swords. It's like, you're only allowed to fight with weapons that you forged yourself. Mark with his katana, and Elon with whatever he wants. His flamethrower, I guess, because he forged that, I think, or maybe it was made in China. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty dope. But that's not where it stops, okay? Because there is a last slide, and the last slide is basically, let's watch this.
Yes!
Look at that. Zucky Zuck gets to use the sword he made. And honestly, very impressive. Because for those of you who don't know, you can have a really sharp, well-made katana. But if the wielder of the katana is trash, you won't be able to cut through one of those. Right? Because you need to have good technique. It's just one of those things I know from a random YouTube short that I saw at some point in time. So I guess it came in handy. And I guess I'll insert a clip of it here. But another thing I want you to notice, look how many pieces are already on the floor. Like, how many shots do you think it took Zuckerberg to finally get the perfect clip to post on Instagram? And it's kind of beautiful in a way, because it's coming full circle, right? Mark owns Instagram, and on Instagram there are a bunch of influencers who take millions of takes to get the perfect shot so that they can show their audience and pretend that they did an amazing thing on the first try. And now Zuckerberg is influencing on his platform, and he is also taking many shots and only showing the best one, because he wants to show people how amazing he is at forging a sword and then using the sword, right? Can't mess with the Zuck. But yeah, honestly, this is really impressive. I've always had like a subtle interest that maybe one day I want to like forge stuff. Like whenever there's scrap metal in my house, I'm like, I'm gonna save this so that one day I can get a furnace and I can fill it with all this metal, and then I can reuse it and save the planet and also make some cool things in my forge. But I'm never gonna do that. Also, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford this. I mean, I hope. And also I'm gonna go to Japan first, because I've never been to Japan. I wanna go to Japan. But don't leave, there are more jokes. There are still more jokes. There's one last offensive thing about this post. And you're probably wondering, what is offensive about this? This is a kind of cute, adorable post that someone's making about something they're sharing. What is offensive about this is that, take a look at the caption. Really special afternoon learning about making katanas with Master Akihira Kokaji. It's not even linked, okay? This is offensive because, Zuck, you have no excuse. This is your platform. You know how to tag people, okay? And the fact that it's Akihira.Kokaji and not, Akihira space Kokaji means that you meant to tag him and you just messed up.
Oh, that goof.
It feels like you were trying to pay him in exposure, another thing that the degenerates on your platform do. Oh my god, can I stay at your hotel for free? I have like 1 million Instagram followers, and if they see me take cute pictures by the pool, they're gonna want to come here, and you're gonna have, oh my god, so much business. So yeah, I'd like to pay you an exposure, please.
Never do that again.
It's either that or Master Akihira got annoyed and he was like, Mark, why did you tag me? I want privacy and to be left alone. And he was like, Mark, untag me. Because let's be honest, if it's not tagged, if it's not linked, most people aren't going to type it into the annoying little search bar to look for Master Akihira, okay? I did it because I'm dope. I searched Master Akihira and followed him. But yeah. You shouldn't try to pay people in exposure, especially if you're a billionaire. And also, you should properly tag people because it's kind of offensive. Instagram is your platform. You have no reason to not know how to use that functionality. It's like when people on YouTube give credit when they don't want to give credit, and they make it really difficult for people to actually find the links and find the source material and find the original creators of anything. It's horrible. But yeah, I really look forward to finding out what Mark Zuckerberg's next hobby is. It's probably going to be something unattainable to normal people, but it's going to be a cool experience that we can all probably make fun of again. Let me know what obscure thing you would want to do if you were a billionaire and you just had nothing but time and money and could pick up a really obscure hobby that was also kind of awesome. Other than that, I'm Coco. Watch another video and never share your password.